Hello everybody. Angie here, coming on with a video for you guys for the hashtag ABCs plus 3 challenge hosted here on YouTube by myself as well as Anna G over at Making Joyful Journals. We have created a series where we are taking going through the entire alphabet week by week, progressing with the letter, and we have to use we have to use 3 items starting with that letter and create any tag, any design, anything you want to make. Okay, it has been a lot of fun. It has been a challenge some weeks. Some weeks are kind of harder depending on what letter you're working with, but it's equally as rewarding and a lot of fun. You're welcome to join it anytime and join in if you like. If you'd like to, if you see something that catches your eye, please join in and have fun. Let us know. I'll be more than happy to add you to my description box so it can be easily found. Again, if you want to see all the other makes that are being done, created for this challenge, just use hashtag ABCS plus 3 challenge. Okay, so let's get into this. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing well. I'm doing good. I didn't mark off last week. We are on letter K. So I have to make a tag including 3 items starting with K on that particular tag. Now you can use anything else you want, or you can use more than 3, but the requirement is just 3. Okay, so let's put this out of the side and we're going to get into this. Now K, it's a bit of a challenge there for a minute. Not so much that I have a hard time finding items starting with the particular letter. It's just finding 3 or more that coordinate nicely together for me. So that's where my challenge comes in. So I really have to think it through and kind of see what I'm going to do, because I like to create kind of a scene or a picture. I like everything to kind of mingle and incorporate together on my substrate, however I do it. At least that's my thought. Now, how it perceives to you, I don't know, but that's kind of my process when I'm doing things. Okay, so I've got my pieces here. My choice for this week are kid, kittens, and knot. All 3 words start with a K. Okay, I've got my substrate here. I just took 3 pieces of cardstock. 3 pieces of book page, and I glued them together. Initially, I was going to sew around it. That's why I did not worry about gluing around the edges. I just kind of glued in the middle, but I don't think I'm going to sew. I can always add that later off camera if I choose to, but as I was kind of looking over at my pieces, I think I'm going to skip the sewing step. So I'm going to go ahead and glue those down, and I just chose 3 pieces of vintage. This is from a Reader's Digest. As you can see, there's an image there, and I'm sorry I missed that. I would have kept that, but that's okay. Sometimes the images can be a lot of fun to work with. But my pieces are kind of vintage, and I wanted to kind of get an old vintage kind of feel on my tag this week, so that's why I chose some old paper. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and just close up those edges. And like I said, if I decide to stitch, I can always do it later. All right. So let's cut this in a tag shape. And my tag, you can use any size tag you want. You can do a mini tag. You can do a jumbo tag. You can do a standard, kind of a medium-sized tag, whatever size you want. This particular one is, I just cut the book page down, so it's just a little bit over 4 inches wide by about 6.5, 4 by 6.5. And I wanted a little bit wider on this one because of one of the images. The image I'm going to use is kind of a big image, and I'll show you that next. This is my first prompt, which is kittens. Isn't that adorable? And I just wanted to have room to fit this image on there and maybe something extra in case I needed it. That was my thought on that. I'm going to start with a little bit of ink. And I'm just using Vintage Photo. Something on there. And I'm going to cover that up with like some coffee dye paper or something, so we can have something to write on the back. Actually, let me see, do I have any paper here? I do. I have some scrap, but I don't think it's wide enough. Let's check that. If not, yeah, I don't think that's wide enough, is it? Nope. So I have this line paper here. I can use a piece of that. So let's go ahead and just put that down. So it's a nice sturdy piece of, nice sturdy tag when we're done. Try and get it straight. Okay, just trim that off. Okay, there's that. I should have a little bit of ink left on my dauber here. We can hit the back side a little bit real quick. Okay, very good. All right, I didn't look at the text on this either. Hopefully it's okay. Well, they're talking about ice cream, and I think we're safe. Okay, so I thought she would look cute just on some vintage, you know, old looking paper, just because that's an old image, so, and I'm going to ink on her a little bit. I have a piece of scrap paper here. I'm just going to try to hit the edges a little bit so she'll stand out a little bit. I love this, and I think this is Holly Hobby. I have a few images of her with different scenes, and it's a real pleasure when I get a chance to pull them out and use them. Very cute, isn't it? So actually that's a kid as well. So I've got kid, kittens, the word kind, and I'm going to use a knot. So I'll have 4 prompts starting with K on this one. All right, so let's see, I think that stand out a little bit better. I didn't think about something on the background. So let me see. I thought about doing some stenciling though. And I think for that I want to bring in a little bit of green, just a little pop of color. If I can find my green. And I'm thinking pine needle might be a little dark, so I'm going to do bundled sage just for something soft. And pardon my reach, I'm trying to find a dabber here. I think this one is safe. And I just grabbed a random stencil. This is a Tim Holtz stencil. I just came from outside a bit ago and I have a sweater on. Let me pull my sweater off. Okay, much better. Just a little something in the background, hopefully. Yeah. Put a little more. That looks very nice. Just something soft and subtle. I like it. Okay. And then I found the letters for the word kind, and I chose my little Scrabble tiles here. They are got a shiny finish, but I don't know, I thought that might be okay. Maybe we can put the word kind. I thought about the word kindness, but I didn't think I'd be able to get it in. Kind, N-E. Might make it, but I think it'd be a little close. So I'd rather just kind of spread these out, make sure I have room, rather than trying to stuff them in there. Okay, I also have crocheted trim. Thought that would look nice as a tab pull. See, and that's why I originally thought, you know, oh, I'll just do a stitch, but I may change my mind and go back and add it, but we can always do that later. She's being very kind with the kittens. Oh, I like that. That looks cute. Or maybe... yeah, I like that. I think I'm going to do that. I don't know if I like that. Okay, and then I had a few things. I have the crochet trim, as well as a little scrap piece of fabric, and then I have this jute twine. And I thought, actually, if I make this bigger, I'm going to pull that off. It's not quite dry yet. I think I'm going to make it a little longer. I had a thought. No, it's funny. Now that I'm on camera, I'm changing my mind. But that's okay. I'm trying to use up bits and pieces that I've had on my desk for a while, and like this little piece of thin fabric, I've had it in my little trinket box plate there for several days, and I'm just trying my best, because as I do projects, anything left over, I just toss it in the corner there, and it gets, after about a week, it gets to be a big pile of mess sometimes. So at least once a week I try to go through that and just kind of use up what's there if I can. Okay, let's give that a second longer to dry, and I'm just going to tie a knot there, and then let's put our focal image down. Yeah, I like that. Okay. And these I think are stickers. I think. Yes. But I'm going to reinforce it with some wet glue, because I don't know how well those are going to stick. Sometimes you're taking a chance. Yeah, they don't feel very sticky. I think I should have brought the K up a little bit further. I think I'm going to go over a little bit on the kitten, but that's okay. She's showing kindness to the little kitties. Yeah, that little pop of shimmer, I think that kind of looks really good, actually. Okay. And I'm just going to tie this in a knot. And actually, I just thought of another K. I have a key, or some keys. Let me grab my trinket box with my metal bindings and such, and maybe we could find a small key and add on there. I think that would look really cute. Let me grab that. 1 second, guys. Okay. I think I got some, yep, right here. Some small keys. Oh, here's one with a heart. That's, well, not really a heart, is it? That's a small one. Let's use that one. And I've got some bulb pins here also. Very cute. I like that. Simple as that, guys. The prompt requires 3 things that start with the letter K. So I've got the word kind, I've got kittens, I've got a knot, as well as a key. So I've actually got 4 prompts on this particular one. I just made my tag out of 3 layers of book page, and then you saw me, I just backed it with another piece of lined paper for writing on the back. Fussy cut this little Holly Hobby image out here with a little piece of crochet trim, and that is it. I think that is really, really cute. I think that might be a little bit of a shadow with that. Maybe if I hold it up a little. You can get a better view. But yeah, I think that is really cute. So that's it, guys. It's simple as that. So feel free, if there's something that you'd like to try, jump in at any time. We're going to be going through the entire alphabet. You don't have to do every single letter. If you want to just pick and choose and do one here and there, that is absolutely fine. We're just trying to get people to come together in the crafting community and share the love of and the joy of crafting. And that is it. Okay, so that is my tag. Now, as always, I try to get 3 more prompts and do a second tag off camera to try and make it a little bit different if I can, and give you some added inspiration for some ideas if it's something that you want to do along with us. Okay, so this is the one we just made: kittens, kind, knot, and and key. And this is the one I made off camera. Just as equally as cute, if you can guess my prompts. It is kitten, and I stole one of the kittens off of this image, if you can believe it. See, it's the same. He was sitting right there on the edge of the stool bench right there, and I just snipped him right off and put him on this image. Isn't that cute? So my prompts for this one is kitten, kite, and kid. Okay, so kid, kite, kitten, kind, key, and knot on this one. They're both kind of playful, fun, childlike, vintage themed images, but I think they're both equally as different, using different prompts for each one. And yeah, as you can see, this one's a little bit smaller. This one is 3 inches by 6 inches, 3 by 6, where this one's 4 by 6. So a little bit wider, just because I had a larger image to work with on that. On this one, I just used a piece of cereal box. I overlaid a vintage digital of a postcard. Again, kind of that vintage theme. And I fussy cut this kid out of a children's storybook. I handmade my stamp. I just used another piece of cardboard or cereal box cardboard. Cut out some thin lines. I inked around those. I overlaid a piece of vintage vellum to give it that vintage feel, because I don't really think people do kites nowadays, do they? 2023. I don't think kites are really a thing anymore, but I remember having a good time playing with kites myself. So And then I just tried to choose a color that would be kind of a boy color, blue or green, something like that. And since the stamp was green, I just went with green. I used some alcohol ink and did that. Made a little green tie, brought it back since his hands were behind his back like that. And I figured, you know, kind of a story theme on this one is he's heading home from a day of play at the park and playing with his kite, and he just happened to stop, and he was browsing in the flowers and looked down, and lo and behold, there was a little kitten digging in the dirt. And for this here, I used a piece of faux leather where you make your own leather out of a paper bag. So I just used a little piece of that to look like they're standing kind of like on a patch of dirt. And yeah, he just kind of stopped to gaze at the flowers. He looked down, and lo and behold, there was a little kitten there. Isn't that cute? Okay, so those are my makes this week, guys. What do you think? I hope you like what you see. I hope it gave you some inspiration enough to try and join in on the challenge with us, me and myself and Anna. Like I said, just use the hashtag ABCs plus 3 challenge, and you can see what all the makes are throughout this challenge from A all the way to Z. And if it's something that you're interested in, please feel free to leave me a comment. If you have any questions or concerns, just let me know and I'll try my best to answer your questions for you. But other than that, that is it, guys. I hope you like what you see. If you found something of value in this video today, I would love it if you would hit that subscribe button, leave me a comment and a like. And as always, I would love it if you would hop over to Anna G's channel and check out her makes for the week using the letter K. And I will leave all that information down in the description box below. And until next week, I will see you soon. Take care and God bless. Bye-bye.